just how you drew it up?
Not exactly, but love the fight, love their fight, love their energy, love their commitment to this team, love their never say die, love that even though we were down 8-1, we knew that we could come back and win a ball game. We just needed to chip away. We talked about chipping away throughout the whole game.
Coach, your guys' power has really been shown as of like 3 home runs tonight. Is this something you were expecting to see your team do consistently? Is this something that people should look forward to more in the future for this team?
Yeah, I do. I mean, coming into the season, I know, are we a home run hitting team? No. But do we have power? Yes. I think what you're starting to see is some of these guys are starting to really settle in and feel comfortable with their swing, feel comfortable with what they're doing at the plate, and be free.
How important do you think that comeback was just to stay on track with your small margin of error to get into the NCAA?
I think that's big time. This series right here, this doubleheader was huge for us. We know that. We needed to walk away with 2. We know what's at stake and what we're trying to do at the end of the season. We needed to walk away with 2 today. And to me, I think it's just, just everything these guys have gone through all year and continuing to fight, even when things aren't going our way. They fought and they fought and fought, and I think that prepared them for the battle that we had this evening.
To follow up on that, Missy, I mean, it sounds simple, but the difference of 5-4 to 6-3 in the final 9 games when you have one pitcher is enormous. Do you think maybe your freshman-laden team, do you think some of your less experienced players got to appreciate just how massive this was, not just to win and come back, but what this could mean in the next couple of weekends?
I think all of them we've this season have fell short a couple times with comebacks, and it was nice to see us. We keep talking about cashing in. That's one thing we say all the time. We have runners on, let's cash in. And to see us cash in and come back and put that many runs on the board, I mean, I'm looking up in the stands and I'm watching fans, walk away because we're down 8-1, and that, reality of us coming back, would be tough. But this group in the dugout knew that we just needed to chip away. And we didn't need them all at one time, just continue to pass the bat and let's see what happened. And you know what? They were not afraid to lose tonight. That was the difference. They were not afraid to lose. They were willing to put it all out there and not care about the outcome, because if they put it all out there and we didn't get our outcome, we walk away and we know we did everything we could. And that's what I care about the most.
Haley talked about the inside the park home run, getting the green light from you there. She's rounded third. Just what from your perspective, as you're watching that unfold, what was the decision to ultimately send her and go for it?
Well, when Anna came around second, she was trotting slowing down a little bit, and so I yelled at her to keep going because she saw our team in the dugout thinking that it was over the fence. So Anna picked it up, and then Haley was flying. She wasn't slowing down at all. And when you saw the ball hit off the wall, it hit off the wall, and there was a gap between the ball and the closest player. I don't know if they thought it was out and it just bounced back in. But the way they were going after it and where Haley was, both of us just kind of laughed because we kind of connected eyes and we're like, let's go. And I just kept sending her. And I knew I was going to send her, and I think she knew I was going to send her. And she went all the way.
Obviously, this win sets up a big series this weekend. What do you kind of know about the Civil War in terms of the softball rivalry between these two?
Definitely. I know there's a big rivalry between the two schools, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I know it's going to be a tough battle. They've been playing great all year. They've played a tough schedule. They've got pitching, they've got hitting, they've got defense. We're going to have to continue to play our best games to do what we want to do.
Clearly, you're going to need to rely on Jordan again. It goes without saying, over 200 pitches Saturday, nearly 200 tonight, and struggle with command with it, understandably. You may have to go with her again for 3 straight days. Mm-hmm. Where do you think she is, more so mentally than physically? Physically, it's a given, she's pretty taxed, but mentally, where do you think she is after tonight?
Mentally, I think she's at her best that she could be right now. She knows what she's in. She knows what she's getting herself into, and she's ready to fight. I mean, you could see that just by her coming out the second game today. You could see she was tired, and then just getting that time in the dugout to recover a little bit, and then to come out, you see she had a totally different look. She was rested, and she's ready to go after it again. So mentally, she's a mentally tough pitcher.
And did it kind of help for the delay to happen, or was that just kind of a weird scenario?
Yeah, did it help our cause? I think so. What happened with the lights? I have no clue.
Going off of that with the relief pitching, you had 3 relief pitchers
Mhm.
tonight in Rachel, Haley, and Kaylee. Do you think that's something that you're going to try to implement more going on to give Dale more of a chance to have those breaks in between, to where maybe she can come back towards the end of games and finish out like she did tonight?
Yeah, definitely. And actually, I thought Rachel threw very well, and so did Haley. They had some balls that just either found spots on the field or had weird spin and fell in, just hit balls that we couldn't do anything about. You want to know who I thought was absolutely clutch today, though, was in the top of the 5th, Kaylee coming in 1, 2, 3. That was big time.
This would be, the other day, the NCAA, the council voted down the 3rd assistant proposal for baseball and softball. And while the Pac-12 as a whole was for it, there was a lot of back and forth about whose schools were for it and not. Rob was for it, but the dissent out there nationally largely was voiced in concern about the 3rd softball assistant. And that everybody was for baseball, but softball is where it crossed the line. As somebody who's athletic director supports it, clearly it impacts Sierra and many others like her. What's your perspective on this proposal failing this year?
I'm disappointed. I mean, I would love to see that. We could use that 4th coach, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's just out of our control.